typically the way that, I would do it is by having, a workflow sequence. And then if they have this tag, send them here. If they have this tag, send them here. And then they merge again, and then they split again based on these tags. This is something that I have been doing, for a number of years. But for that particular thing, what you're doing is it's all there on one page, which is amazing. That's just one of the things that you have showed.
So exciting. Like this is a tool I wish I could have been using the past 5 years.
But beyond that, even Marketo, the way they were doing it, yes, there's sort of this dynamic, you can set up dynamic content by industry and things like that. That's fine. But what you showed me was way, way more advanced.
If Marketo had this functionality, that would be wild.
Yeah, it's really exciting to see. We can see the promise with when we've got the demo before, but seeing our data and stuff in here is really exciting. We'll be able to find a lot of uses for this, and I think especially for this next year, we're going to be focusing on moving outside of our existing customer vertical in games and into some others, and this is going to make that so much easier to be able to handle.
I think it's kind of brilliant. It's the same. You do it every time you go to write those emails personally. It's like, oh yeah, I've got my structure and I just want to tweak it per person. So that's just like doing this, as you said, at scale is kind of, I'm smiling because I'm going, oh, it would be so nice not to have to do it myself.
That's cool.
So can I try this for Connecting TV? Because now I'm getting really jazzed about it.
I am in email hell with one client. And I keep thinking, it's like, I need to use Singulate. I need to use them because I have written 62 emails in 3 days and my brain is about to boil. But I desperately just want like those drop-in sections and to go and customize it all in one place rather than like this document is 60 pages long. It's ridiculous.
I think it's really cool. I think like you said, AI writing is pretty terrible, but it's the future. That's where everyone's going to be moving to. So to be able to pull in segmentation and stuff like that, like on the fly, I think is so cool. And to be able to like segment it per email, that simply is pretty awesome. Because like you could segment a list and like whatever, but it's never that good. Yeah, like I said, I was just thinking of like all the ways I could use it in my day-to-day work.
The things that we were looking for specifically, even before this call, was just a better understanding of our donors, and we have so many data points on what they're doing, who they're giving to, how much they're giving, and I think that was a big challenge for us with our emails. So I think that part of it is really impressive, and also then being able to inject different pieces based on their they would give to a certain type of project or anything like that. I think it'd be really useful for us, and I'd love to get into it and test it.
I think it's awesome. It's great because I think what I like about it is, this is like a common problem I have when I work with clients is I'll write whatever email, re-engagement, demo, any of that. But when it comes to segmentation, it feels like this can be written simultaneously for different audiences rather than like, okay, this right for this audience. Now, we got to figure out what we're going to do with this audience. And it's very manual processing of like, they don't like, maybe someone clicks on this, they don't even know what to send. So this like really automates the segmentation and the personalization. That's what I would love about it.
So is this kind of like conditional messaging, except it's conditional messaging on steroids?
I can see that data is the big thing. It's getting control on topping in, going deeper with the data. But I do like that you actually still have the control over what the AI is writing. I think that's like it's where a lot of these AI writing tools fall down. People just kind of give them a little bit of data and let them go crazy with it, and it's just a mess. You're closing the gap with this here, and just giving people more control to actually use the data, but also make the best use of what AI is good at, saving time.
Dude, there is nothing out there, dude. I've been killing myself the last few days, just like, can I just please do exactly what Singulate's doing? And I can't on anything. I can't believe Clay's raised so much money. The product sucks so bad. If I could be honest, so bad. Data enrichment we get from anywhere. I was so disappointed that Clay was basically only doing data enrichment because we have it. AI doesn't really help with that. Right. I wanted it to write really well. That's all I cared about.
This looks awesome. I mean, like from someone who executes email campaigns, this looks like so awesome and would solve for a lot of problems. I think about obviously the other businesses that I help, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like It just like,
I know.
and depending on the email platform, as I'm sure you guys know, right? There's, you know, nuances of what data they can and how they can segment and how they can't segment and how many workarounds you're doing that cost you time because of lack of the platform. So, I mean, that's why a few times my mouth dropped open.